What's up? What's up? What's up? This is the Free Game Podcast, and you know we for the people. Today is episode 4. In episode 4 we talk about rebranding. Now that might look a little different to everybody, but we're gonna start off being simple. For me, rebranding is basically becoming the person that you want to be. A lot of us embody that person like visually. And we probably start picking up on different habits that we want to do, but intellectually, like inside of us, internally, we never really embody that person that we want to be. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to go over is three words that you want to embody. So 3 words that you want to live by, and they're gonna change as time go because that's just how life go. You're never gonna be the same person you was a year ago. So whatever your 3 words is for yourself this year. So maybe my 3 words. Well, my 3 words for this year is authentic, real, and my last one. It could be a lot of things because I want to do a lot of things this year. But I'm gonna say a businesswoman. That's my 3 words for this year. And when I say authentic, like I want to be genuinely me. Successful, blessed, happy. Yeah, like three things that you want to embody. Like write this down. So if y'all have a piece of paper and a pen, whatever, write this down. 3 words that you want to embody this year and start to live by it. Like don't just say the 3 words, but start to live by it. And when you think of these 3 words, think about how they align with you visually and how would you show that. Like you said, successful, blessed, and happy. How would you show being successful? How would you show being blessed? How would you show being happy? Like visually in your life. I think a lot of the things that we do nowadays, especially like trying to become a new person or trying to become a better version of ourselves, is that we say things but we never do it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I want to be more authentic in myself. So, when people see something that's like me, I want them to be like, that's so 7. I mean, people do that now, but I just really want that to start being more me. I also want to start dressing a little bit more, chic, like classy, fashionable. I do want to do maybe, the street stuff, the streetwear here and there, but I don't want that to be my whole identity. When you get these 3 words and you think of the 3 words that you want to embody and how would you embody them visually and how would you show that in your real life, I also want y'all to think about how would you align these words that you have with align these words that you have with a color so that like visually represents you. So maybe being successful, you see green because being successful you may think of money. And like you start embodying that color, you start seeing that color more, you start feeling like, I don't know if everybody believe in like spirits and like spiritual and stuff like that, but I'm a very spiritual person, so I feel as though signs are a big thing for me. So maybe if I think of a color, I feel like I need to start seeing that color more because that means I'm starting to be in the right path. I think another big thing that everybody should do is make a vision board. And make that vision board maybe one of your screensavers and start looking at it. So one of my vision board is my screensaver on my phone, whatever. And every time I look at it, I remember like these are my goals. And sometimes we lose track of our goals because life is fast and life is hectic, and life just sometimes get ahead of us. So having that as your screensaver or making it a vision board or going on Pinterest and doing whatever works for you just to remember your goals, it helps. Like it's a big thing. I know for me when I look at it, I'm just like I'm almost there. Like I'm almost where I want to be. I think about the things that I want to be, I want to do in life, and that vision board helps me get there. What's you guys' preferences without like outside influences? So a big part of rebranding yourself is stop letting Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and TikTok, whatever, get to you. You're never going to be like them people because that's not who you are. Like, that's not your lifestyle. That's just not going to work. I'm not saying that you're not going to be in a place like them or be in a room with people like that. But that's just not where you at right now. Like you only one thing I had to learn this year that I've been learning a lot is that the universe or whatever you believe in, God, Allah, whatever you guys believe in, you that's where you're gonna be. So if you supposed to be somewhere, you're gonna be there. But right now, you gotta take every day a step by step because you are where you're supposed to be at. You can't rush success. Like you can't rush success. If you're supposed to be successful today, you will be successful today. And I think sometimes we forget that because we so into our phones and we so into seeing people have millions of dollars at 20 years old or seeing that's just not the lifestyle that you live. So you're not going that's not going to be you in tomorrow. You're not going to wake up and this is not one of them podcasts where I'm going to be like wake up every day at 5 a.m. and you're going to be rich tomorrow because that's just not how that works. If you want to wake up every day at 5 a.m., go ahead. You do get a lot more done, but let's let's be real now. Another thing is remember your impact and how you show up for you. How remember the impact that you have in your whole life with not just with yourself but with everyone. How that would show up and tie in with your future self. So this is another big thing, and I feel like a lot of people don't like to do this because it's kind of hard. But you gotta cut ties with people that don't fit in with the future self. So say in the future you want to be a cop, whatever. But all your friends sell drugs. Like it's just not gonna work. So sometimes you have to cut off people to be that person that you want to be. Not everybody grow at the same tempo, but when you have a good group that does grow that at that tempo, like you'll be successful in life, and that's hard cutting off people that you love. But sometimes even family have to go. Not everybody belong in your circle. If you understand what I'm saying, um, some people just don't align with your future stuff, with your future self. And you have a big impact in your life. You are the only person that can impact your life. But like they say, birds of a feather flock together. If you hang around 10 bums, you're the 11th bum. That's just honestly how that's gonna go. Um, but just remember your impact and remember how you can impact your future. And even if you feel as though you have friends that you could pull up with you, not everybody can come. And I learned that very young. A lot of people cannot come to the level that you're at. So if you're trying to drag people along, you gotta let them go. You can't drag people with you when you still trying to build yourself up. Um, we touched on the impact. We touched on how that tie in with your future self. Some core habits. So for me, I have a everyday to do list, and sometimes I reach all the goals I want to do in that to do list, and sometimes I don't. And I have an everyday to do list, and then I have a to do list that I do like every Mondays and every Tuesdays and every Wednesdays, whatever. Only because this aligns with my life. Not saying that you guys should do this, but having the like small habits and actions that get you closer to the version of yourself that you want to build, is a good help. So my version of myself, the person that I want to be now, is I want to learn Spanish. So I do 10 minutes of Spanish a day, just listening to like a YouTube, whatever, and just doing it during work. Just trying to learn that because that's something that I want to do for my future self. Another thing I do is I listen to credit building videos because I want to be better in my financial status, and credit is a big thing. That's another topic we're gonna touch in one of these podcasts. But credit is a big thing. Having good credit gets you a long way, and a lot of people, especially in the Black community, we do dumb things with our credit, and because we have to. Sometimes we need to get loans, and sometimes we need to get that car because we tired of catching the bus, whatever the case may be. But having good credit, this is how white people make it. They use their credit for all their financial habits. People use their credit cards and they just pay it back because that builds their credit. A lot of things that you try to succeed in life is off credit. So I listen to a lot of credit videos, whatever. My credit not the best, so I'm not telling nobody, get your credit up tomorrow. I've been trying to get my credit up for years, but credit is a big thing. And I listen to a lot of credit videos for this because I don't want to pay nobody. You get what I'm saying? I want to know how to do it myself so I could put people on. Again, this is called free game. So we're trying to give out free game. So if I could put people on for free about how to build their credit, especially in the Black community where we already don't get a lot of help, that's what I want to do. Another thing I do is I listen to Dr. Yaki. I also try to listen to different doctors, but this one doctor in particular, he has sitting well with me. He basically talk about black people and our immune systems because our immune systems are not like Caucasian people. Let me start using the right words. Our immune system not like Caucasian people. We have a better immune system. Like what's his face said that is true. That is true. We do have a better immune system, and the drugs that they give us, like prescription and antibiotics and stuff like that, it's not made for us. It's made for people. It's really tested on 30-year-old males, white males. So it's not really made for us. And he basically talk about how natural remedies is better for us. And actually, we really black people are supposed to eat plants, and white people was made as carnivores. Carnivores, right? That's that word. When you eat meat, carnivores, carnivores, right? White people was made. Caucasian people was made as carnivores, so they are supposed to eat. Oh, y'all can't hear me. Oh, hold up. I can't hear you the whole time. On my live, not on the thing. Oh, you can hear me. Yeah, basically carnivores. Yeah, on the live they can't hear me though. On the TikTok live, hold up. It's muffled. Oh, you can hear me now. I had my earpods in. That's why.
Are you getting live on free game?
Huh?
You can get go live.
No, not yet. I don't got that. Not my free game. This is my regular TikTok.
Are you gonna go live on your regular page?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me clap. So, I'm professional.
Anyway, back to what I was saying though. Yeah, so that's basically what Dr. Yaki talk about. He talk about basically how black people are supposed to eat plants and use natural remedies to heal our body instead of y'all gotta listen to him because he definitely go into detail, and he basically was a gang member. He was a gang member, and he had a heart attack at 21. He was doing a lot of drugs and doing a lot of different things, whatever, and then he basically, like, his body shut down. He had a heart attack, and he went to the doctors, and the doctors basically told him he had 6 months to live. And he started watching Dr. Selby, I believe. And when he started watching him, he started taking, like, things that he would say and listen to it. Like, he would listen to it, and he just would be like, I never knew nothing about this, whatever. So he finally listened to it and finally started doing the things that he did, and he, like, 37 now. So it's just different things that we don't know about because we wasn't taught. For us, like, as black people, and this podcast not just for black people, so I don't want to just push that there, but it's mainly for, you know, people that are black. But no, but like, it's just that Dr. Yaki, he go into more details that will help you understand your health a little bit more, because it's probably things that we go through and we go quick to the doctor. Even, actually, it's even a white guy that talks about this, not just for black people, but for himself also. He was saying he go to the doctor for, like, surgeries and broken bones and stuff like that, but when it comes to, like, being sick, he would not go to the doctors because they don't know what they talking about. They so trying to push, like, drugs into us, and that's why it's a drug pandemic now, because everybody get addicted to, like, pills and opioids, and it's so many things inside pills that we don't know about, that they don't tell us about, and it's like, yeah. So I would go to the doctors for, like, pain. Definitely go to the doctor for pain, but actually being sick, it doesn't really heal you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the drugs they make at the doctors are not for people of our kind. That's what I'm saying. I need to tune into Dr. Yaki. He's definitely he definitely helped me, like, understand life a little bit more. Another thing that I got on my to-do list is I work out every day. Well, not every day, but Monday through Thursday I try to do a workout, and every other Friday I try to do boxing. Just staying fit and try and drink a gallon of water, because you know most of our body is made out of water. So staying hydrated, it's so easy to get dehydrated, but staying hydrated is a big thing also too. I have a quote too that I follow for 2025 that is also in my I don't know if y'all can see, but that's like my to-do list that I make every day. Yeah, it's hard. So I try to meditate every day. I meal prep every Sunday. I try to give, gratitude for me being up and like giving my worries away, because that's a big thing. I feel like we worry so much. Also, this book I'm reading talk about basically not giving a fuck, but not giving a fuck about things that you actually care about. Like it's like stop giving a fuck about things that you can't control, and basically worrying is one of them things. Um, the negative sometimes can make you more positive, and I don't think we realize that because I think we so busy stressing ourselves out. And it's not saying stop stressing, but because we need stress to live also. But some things out of our control, and I feel like we worry about that. So I try to do a gratitude / worry dump every morning. This is just my daily to do list. It's like I have one for Mondays, Tuesday, but my daily to do list, I try to do the same things every day, just so I can. That's who I want to embody. That's who I want to be. So like rebranding yourself, I feel as though a lot of people are okay with being okay, and that's not at work. Sometimes you gotta be comfortable to be in better situations, and that's okay to be uncomfortable. We learn that you have to be comfortable, but if you gotta be uncomfortable to finally be comfortable in your life, that's what you gotta do. I was driving all the way to Seaford for a job that I was making more than what I was making at any other job. But I was driving all the way to Seaford in Delaware, if you guys don't know. But I was driving all the way down there, an hour and 30 minutes away from where I live at, to make more money. But it was uncomfortable, but it was worth it. Now I got same job, but it's just closer. So you gotta make sacrifices to be comfortable. And a lot of people just want to skip that uncomfortable part and go straight to comfortability, and that's just not how it works. I also follow a diet, so on the weekends maybe I do like a cheat, eat like a little chocolate bar or something, or I got the Twix ice cream bars. I like them. I be eating them on the weekends maybe, but like during the week I follow a strict diet, and it's not that like I have to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like I have to follow that diet because I'm fit, but I want to. Like that's the person. Again, we talking about rebranding. This is the person I want to be. I'm trying to not just show it externally, but internally also. Like I can speak to y'all and say as much as I want, but if I'm not proving and I'm not showing it in my life, then I'm a hypocrite, and that's not who I want to be. I also try to read 10 pages a day of a nonfiction book, but I also listen to audiobook while I'm at work. I don't know what type of job you guys got, but I do a lot of work where I'm kind of by myself most of the day, and I listen to an audiobook in my ear. One of the books I'm listening to right now is Think Rich or something like that. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. I would teach you to be rich, and this is a good book if you really want to build your credit. This is a good book about credit. This book right here is a great book on credit. I would teach you to be rich by Ramit. He an Indian guy. I don't really know. Y'all don't see the book, and I think this is the only book out that say that. But I try to do that, and I try to listen to TED Talks. TED Talks, me so far listening to them, they super poop. I do not like TED Talks. So I'm trying to, if y'all got any other things, like any other motivational videos that y'all could drop, any other recommendations than the TED Talk, because TED Talks are super, super, like, shitty. I do not like them. I was trying to listen to them, but they wasn't telling me nothing. Like, they more about, like, it's more like famous people come in there and talk about stuff, but it's super, super lame. I haven't seen a good TED Talk, but if y'all know any good TED Talks or good motivation videos, go ahead and drop some in the comments, drop some in the chat, whatever. Another thing I do is a professional goal for me is I want to make $1,000 a week, and because in my head I work so much and I go to school and stuff like that, I start to make it more realistic for myself. So I'm trying to make $500 to $1,000 a week, whatever. And I do that by maybe Uber Eats or Amazon Flexing when I get off of work. And sometimes I be tired as fuck, especially because I work out at lunch and I go to the gym and my body be sore. And I do so much during the week, and then I have drill, like I'm in the army and stuff like that. I have so much going on, but I'm going so hard right now. So when the time comes, I don't have to go hard. All I have to do is run my businesses, cause that's in the end, I want to be a businesswoman. That's my third one. If y'all was here in the beginning, we embody three 3 words that we want to embody for this year, whatever. That's my third one. My third one is being a businesswoman. Um, and I feel like that's a big thing. That's a big thing for me. Another thing I got on here is like tying up my space, keeping my space organized because that's what I want to be, and that's who I want to be. Like a lot of the things I got on my to do list that I do every day is the things that I want to be, and I break it down by day, and some days are different than other. Like every Thursday, I do a budget, and I just budget my check or whatever you want to do. I budget my financial status for the next 2 weeks, so I know I'm going to be good in the next week. Cause I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to live check to check. That's not how I want to live my life. So I budget my money for until I get paid again. Not because I'm about to spend on my money, but because I want to make sure that I'm good. You get what I'm saying? That I want to make sure that I got money to be able to put up and invest and save and do other things. Like I don't want to go on my account and like I really can't do it right now because I don't really got it. I still say that even when I do got it because that's just how you gotta be. Honestly, that's how you gotta be to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined to, well, I'm speaking from a me point of view. I have to be disciplined to rebrand myself because I'm so easily, I'll spend my money real quick because if I want it, I get it. Like that's just, I grew up a certain way and now I feel like when I get it, I gotta get everything at once. And that's not how you have to live life. Like investing is a big thing too. If you don't have an investment account, a Roth IRA, a Robinhood account, or anything stocks, whatever, you need to start investing because that's where your money not gonna be there tomorrow, but you gonna make some money. Um, that's me rebranding myself. Um, I feel as though it's a lot of different ways you can rebrand yourself. Right now, I'm doing the 75 hard challenge to rebrand myself to be a better person. And I did slip up the other day, but I only been showing signs that I gotta learn from my mistakes, and I can't keep thinking I'm gonna get by with the same mistakes. It's hard. It's hard trying to rebrand too, especially in a world that we live in, because it's so hard not trying to, look at social media and like base our life off of that. But it can happen. You can rebrand yourself. You can be a better person. You can be the person that you want to be. It's just up to you and whatever you want to do. That's all I got for today, though, yo. This was a quick one because it just was basically going over you being you. If y'all got any more questions about the 75 hard challenge, or if y'all don't have a investment account, I got a lot of different investment accounts that I invest my money in. I definitely can give y'all some tips on that. I'm not the best person now. I'm not gonna lie, but I am definitely on a rebranding person. If y'all didn't get the names I dropped, Dr. Yaki, Dr. Shelby, the TED Talks and stuff like that, definitely hit me up after this. I appreciate y'all for joining. This is the Free Game Podcast, and we out.